start the stream. I think it's just fair to just start, you know, just start. Start! Do we have my video? We have video. Looks good. We have audio. We do indeed have audio, so hello people of the internet. It is I, Soul Rack Dragon here, back with more Fate Grand Order, where today we will be continuing our journey in Faerie Britain. First though, I did go ahead and unlock all of those Valentine CEs, so I'm gonna go ahead and consume what's in my inventory right now. I still have a lot of other CEs I need to deal with eventually, but that's eventually I'll deal with them. Alright, it's only 20 at a time. Gotta remember that, me. 20 at a time. Make sure they're all Valentines, and they are. Yes! So I'm just gonna really quickly here use these Valentine CEs that are clogging up my inventory here. And then we will continue on with Lostbelt 6. I have no idea when the split is going to happen, because there is, according to the broadcast stream, a split between part 1 and part 2 of this, which is nice that there's only going to be 2 parts in this rather than the 3 that JP had to deal with, but again, no idea when that split is going to happen, so make as much progress as I can before the 20th when the next part comes out. There we go. I did see I have some extra CEs there as well that I can go ahead and use, and not a single super or great suck there. Nice. But let me just see, do I have any other experience CEs? Use all but one, just in case, because I don't honestly know if I have spares off the top of my brain noodle. Yeah, that'll be fine. I do have more Valentine CEs in my box, but I'm not going to worry about that just now. I will, however, claim some of the stuff. There we go. And I think without further ado, we should jump in to part 3, I think is what we're at. Yes, section 3 of Lostbelt 6, titled Aurora. This one is, set party pre-bat, so, yeah, so we'll continue with the Lostbelt 6 here. If you're tuning in on YouTube, I hope you have been enjoying the previous 2 parts. As always, these will be split up into the various sections, and if you do like, please be sure to drop a like and a subscribe to show your support if you have the free time. And follow if you're on Twitch. Good morning, everyone. My gosh, that bed was just so comfortable. I'm glad to hear it. That makes all the trouble I went through to get the mattress just right worth it. Fairy beds are just imitations of real beds, so the mattresses may have well been boulders before I adjusted them. I'm here as well. If you'd like, I'd be happy to play a song to help you all wake up. Morning, everyone. Let's be polite. You're going out, Dunbinichi? So you're not going to wait tables with your beautiful roller skating today? Sorry, I'm off to do some sightseeing, but don't worry, I'll help out in the afternoon. Oh, right. That was our deal, wasn't it? Hey, you there. I don't know which clan you're from, but you better not tire Dunbichi out, you hear? Dunbichi. Guess Da Vinci is a bit hard. What's up, Soul? Something on your mind? The sky looked similar to yesterday. I didn't really notice. Oh, that? Yeah, I was surprised by that at first, too. The weather here never changes. It's got one sky pattern for day and another for night, and that's it. It does supposedly rain here sometimes, but apparently it's always just cloudy here. No blue skies. Huh? Blue skies? Here, skies turn blue sometimes. Oh yes, when there are no clouds in the sky, it becomes a beautiful shade of blue as far as the eye can see. Though that's not to say these skies aren't beautiful in their own right. So the same color as bluebells, then? That's what your skies look like. Wow. Then your world must be very bright and beautiful. The kind of place where everyone always smiles and helps one another no matter how hard life gets. Anyway, shall we start gathering information then? Oh, and I need to pretend to be Soul's owner, right? Oh, then maybe I'll try acting like a big shot and going to one of those restaurants I've heard so much about. Did you know they won't even let you into a Woodwoses? That's very weird spelling. Without an attendant? Hey, as long as there are a lot of fairies there, I'm good with whatever. Okay, so let's scope the place out while we pretend to be just taking a walk. We'll also want to keep our ears peeled for any juicy rumors and talk to people ourselves at times. Have I heard anything about Faerie and Iron Armor? Wait, what, you guys interested in joining the High Queen's army? Don't bother, nothing good will come from joining them now. This is the year Ainsel prophesied about, remember? The Child of Prophecy will appear this year and bring salvation to all. Who knows, maybe the High Queen will finally cut us a break on our taxes if she actually takes a few licks for once. You're not looking to join, you're just looking for a lost companion. Afraid we can't help you then. Iron armor, you won't find anything like that here. You'll have to go to Norwich for iron. They'll still be making those silly weapons up there. At least if the Spriggan hasn't shut down the mine. What kind of weapons, you say? What else? Swords, spears, bows, axes? You know, the usual. Swear, I never thought I'd see the day where fairies would use iron weapons of all things. What could the High Queen be thinking? So at least the Child of Prophecy should do something about all that. We just gotta be patient a little longer. They're really banking on this Child of Prophecy, aren't they? Hey, have you guys heard the latest about the Calamity Pool in Norwich? This Norwich sky is pitch black now, even during the day. There's no way they're gonna last much longer there. Not with such calamity present. I mean, between all the iron, soot, noise, and humans there, they have no one to blame but themselves. But even so, I just can't help but worry. I mean, what are we gonna do if Norwich refugees decide to come here into Salisbury? We have so much history here, and we've got too many Earth Clan fairies as it is. But Lady Aurora is so kind, I can't imagine our turning them away. Lady Aurora, huh? You there, you're looking for something. Are you searching just Salisbury or all of Britain? Ha! If it's all of Britain, these fairies here aren't going to be much help. It's so nice here in Salisbury that nobody ever wants to leave. If you want to know what's going on in other cities, you'll just have to visit them yourself. Oh, but you don't have wings, do you? Well, that rules that out then. If the Moors get you, it's all over. Anyway, I wonder what tonight's festival's going to be about. Hope it's another play about the Child of Prophecy and the Evil Witch. I love the part where the High Queen and her dog knight finally gets what's coming to them. Wow, the fairies really do not like Morgan. Not much luck today, huh? I mean, I wasn't really expecting to find a solid lead in just one day. But all anyone wanted to talk about was the Child of Prophecy. They barely even listened to what we had to say. Indeed, that last fairy even tried to get us to buy some questionable Child of Prophecy merchandise. I haven't seen a whole city so fervently excited about something other than Christmas. A Child of Prophecy craze, Sounds like there's a lot of money to be made there. I wonder who it could be. Yeah, the only thing these fairies wanted to talk about was, besides the Child of Prophecy, were rumors going around about Norwich, the eastern port town. I gotta say, it's made me really curious about this Child of Prophecy too. I wonder what kind of fairy they are. If they really are planning to fight Morgan like the prophecy says, maybe we could even convince them to help us. What do you think? Should we try looking for this Child of Prophecy as well as Mash? Any fairy who can get the other fairies so excited must be incredibly strong and brave. Good day, everyone. I'm back once again. Oh, not as many customers today, I see. Over here. Hey there, having a little lunch after your morning walk around the city, huh? Anyway, looks like you're all having fun. Hope you don't mind if I join you. Yeah, I'm a passable fighter at best, but I'm a master of killing with compliments. Much more peaceful that way. Here, I'll show you. Before long, I'll be heaping so much praise on Artoria, she'll be begging for mercy. Oh, she's already blushed. Why her? Though. Huh? You mean you haven't told them yet, Artoria? Castoria. The Child of Prophecy everyone's on about? That's her. I just assumed you, since she's got King Arthur's name and all. Jeez, never would have guessed that. I mean, yeah, the thought did cross my mind once we heard you were named Artoria. But still, you, Artoria? Castoria? Really? I mean, let's be real. You have less magic energy than most fairies, right? You might even have better magical circuits than you might have better magical circuits than a human. Well, since you are fairy, I guess it'd be Age of God's patterns. Weird phrasing there. Anyway, they're still below average for a fairy. Well, even Mike there must be stronger than you, so how can you be the child of prophecy meant to defeat the High Queen? Mood. I think mood is the best way to put that. I know, right? It doesn't make much sense, does it? I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. I know it's not right that someone like me is carrying around the staff of selection. Still, it's not like we know for certain that I'm the child of prophecy. There's a chance I might not be. Besides, I don't really have the guts to fight the High Queen, or the drive, or the determination. I don't belong to any of the clans either, and I have so little magic energy I have to fudge it with magecraft. I can't even get close to the bells I'm supposed to ring. I mean, I do plan to do the best I can in spite of all that. But let's just say it's a very uphill battle. I still don't know why I was chosen. You don't think you can do this, then? I don't know. All I can say is that if I really am the child of prophecy, then there must be some way for me to fight. It's why I was born and how I was raised. Oh, who am I kidding? I'm completely hopeless. The last time I came to Salisbury was to meet with the head of the Wind Clan, but I ended up deciding to try Manchester next because nobody here would even give me the time of day. I see, so that's why you didn't say anything sooner. Fairies can sense how much magical energy you've got at a glance, so I'm sure they only laughed at you telling me you were the child of prophecy. They also probably scolded you, I'm guessing. They did, so I thought I'd start by convincing the head of the clan who I was, but they just turned me away at the gate. The head of the Wind Clan, huh? That'd be Aurora. Personally, I think you're pretty great as you are now, but I can see why you'd feel the need to boost your prestige. Well, if that's the only problem, I can take care of it right now. What do you mean by that, Oberon? I mean, I can get you a meeting with Aurora, if you want. Friends in high places. Whoa. Glam, glam, glam. There, see how easily we got in? Take a look. This is the heart of Salisbury, the home of its great bell. A sacred castle, the oldest and largest building in all of Faerie Britain. Now then, Aurora's room is on the top floor, so let's say we start headed up. I've already sent word of our arrival, so we shouldn't have any trouble with the car. Whoop, hold on. Ooh, very nice looking. Very good art style there. Very vibrant. Good day, King of the Autumn Woods. Your visit is sudden and unexpected, but we welcome you here all the same. However, it seems I must remind you that this cathedral is holy ground where the kings and queens are made. The esteemed site of High Queen Morgan's coronation 2,000 years ago. As such, regardless of how much affection Lady Aurora may have for you, I cannot allow such lowly creatures as humans to enter, attendants or not. Gods, to me, capture these unidentified fairies and that disgusting human. If the human submits, very well. However, should he attempt to flee or resist, dispose of him. That goes for Avalon too, of course. You needn't show him any leniency. We've received complaints about him from pubs across the city demanding that he pay his tabs. My, this isn't how I was expecting things to go. Oberon! If those are your orders, Lady Coral, then we'll gladly comply. But are you sure about this? Lady Aurora told us to let him through right away. She seemed thrilled about his visit. Don't you talk back to me. You haven't chosen to be gods, but you're still mere humans. Know your place. Unless, of course, you'd rather I turned you into rabbits, so you don't have to be human anymore. No, my lady. I'm very sorry about this, Lord Oberon. If it really is nothing personal, we're just doing our jobs. Seems we have no choice but to battle, even though their hearts clearly aren't in it. Come, so let's show them how strong we truly are. Indeed, we shall show them, indeed. Yeah, this is kind of the squad I'm going to just be rolling with, because I don't think I've got anybody else. I mean, I could use, Squirtoria here, technically speaking. Very, very technically speaking. And you know what? Why am I saying technically? I can use her. So where is she? She's an archer. She's level 90. There she is. She's technically a Knight of the Round Table. Technically speaking. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. These are some high health guards. Kinda wish that Gil was functional here, you know? Because I'm pretty sure with Gil I could have just pressed Control Alt Delete on these guys. Nicely done, Tristan. Some good crits there. Tristan Brave Chain will be capable of taking down one of them. And if the NP hits hard enough, then maybe even two. I think the NP hit hard enough. The lack of crits might make it a bit difficult. Ah, crits. Or lack thereof. But it's fine. We should be capable of finishing this off here. And then a Buster first because he's got that defense boost. That match. Those guards were nuts. Just introducing Castoria to one of her many, many companions. Sharkless. You see that, Coral? You see what Sol and I are capable of? This is what happens when you look down on people for being human or having no money. Probably not a good time to point that out, Oberon. Was just sitting behind them, cheering. Very well, it would seem that human is indeed not your typical expendable worker. And Lady Aurora does love rare and unusual things. It's part of what makes her so strong. Alright, just this once I'll grant you an audience with her, but don't let this go to your head. Rare and unusual things are only interesting the first time you see them. Once the novelty wears off, they become worthless. If I were you, I would try to make the most of this good fortune, as you won't have any other chances in the future. Somebody's a bit strict and not very nice. Oh, hello. Okay. Aurora. Alright. Hello, Oberon. What delightful story do you have for me today? You know so very many things, so I'm sure it must be something special. Whatever it is, I can't wait to hear it. I could use some cheer after all the unfortunate news recently. She's a radiant personality. Didn't think of possible to go blind from sheer splendor today. She is very shiny. Well, yes, I have two things for you today. One is something you absolutely must know. The other is a request for a small favor. But don't worry, I won't take up much of your time at all. That said, could I first make a somewhat selfish request? You see, I'd like to keep what I'm about to tell you just between us. You don't mind keeping secrets, right? Oh my, you are a naughty one, aren't you? I don't usually care for scary stories, but a little thrill does sound fun. Would you give us some privacy, Coral? Lady Aurora. It's alright, I know we can trust them, so it's only right I answer in kind. As you wish, but please do not hesitate to call me if you should change your mind. You'll have to forgive Coral. She's a very proud girl and can be quite inflexible. She probably gave you a very harsh welcome again, didn't she? I'm just glad to see you're not hurt. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, friends of Oberon. I'm Aurora, head of the Wind Clan and Lord of Salisbury. Now, what did you come to tell me today? Well, I guess it's no surprise the whole mood just changed here. Figure she didn't become the head of the clan through her beauty alone. So, thing is, we're having trouble finding a companion of ours. Oh my, oh my, oh my. How many years has it been since a human spoke so frankly to me? Oh, how delightfully different. Tell me, what's your name? Are you a free citizen? What kind of pedigree do you... Ah, I'm so sorry you already serve this fine young fairy, don't you? Oh goodness, how rude of me. Really, Aurora, you must do something about your tendency to take in every stray human you find. Otherwise, you'll eventually have every human in Britain living in Salisbury. Then I'm sure you don't need any more resistance from your fellow clan members, seeing as you're the only one who favors coexistence. Yes, I know. You're right, of course. When I saw those big puppy eyes of his begging me for help, well, I just couldn't resist. Good grief, well this is exactly why I brought him here to see you to begin with. Remember what I told you before about Chaldea and the other world called proper human history? Well, this boy here is the master of Chaldea. These two people behind him are servants, not fairies. Oh, Baron. Don't worry, it's okay. Aurora here may be from Faerie Britain, but she still thinks a lot like the fairies of proper human history. And while she'd never come out and say it, she's not happy with the state of things in Britain either, right? It's been 2,000 years now since Britain fell into Morgan's hands. And you've been here watching it unfold every step of the way. You think it's time for Morgan's reign to end, regardless of what form that end takes. I remember how your eyes sparkled with hope when I told you about the outside world. Solo here has come to Britain solely to defeat Morgan. He's not even thinking about what happens afterwards. Suffice to say, he also has no intention of ruling in Morgan's place when she's gone. Once the Chaldeans leave, whether Britain lives or dies will be for you and your fellow fairies to decide. Chaldea's definitely not going to care if you were to try to save what's left of it. They'll gladly stay out of your way. Morgan is their only concern, nothing more. So it would seem. Well, that girl in the back doesn't seem very happy that you're telling me this. This boy here isn't denying anything you're saying. So you're travelers from another world, a Britain that went down the right path. It's still hard to believe, but maybe this too is Ainsley's guidance at work. Either way, one thing is clear, since we both have our own troubles, it's only right that we help one another. Soul, was it? You've my permission to act in Salisbury however you see fit. Even your actions should be in opposition to the land of the Fae. If you're looking for a lost companion, then I'll lend you the eyes of my fellow wind fairies in the other cities. I can't contact my compatriots in Norwich at the moment, but I will have my wind fairies in Oxford, Gloucester, New Darlington, and Camelot help you in your search. You need only tell Coral what your companion looks like. I just hope my clan can be of existence. Are you sure it's okay? Be cautious. You mean for me to help Chaldea? I see about the kind and honest boy, Soul. True, as a citizen of Faerie Britain, perhaps it's wrong of me to help you. But I am more concerned with us Fae folks' way of life than I am with retaining this land itself. The High Queen is a great woman, certainly, but the path we're on now will not lead us anywhere good. All that said, I'd still like to keep this relationship of ours on the down low for the time being. After all, you are the head of a clan. If Morgan finds out you've sided with Chaldea in proper human history, she may have all the wind fairies killed. So this collaboration should be kept quiet, so we can deny knowing anything about each other in case things come to that. Well, the Wind Clan Fairy's dead, so not even you could defeat High Queen Morgan if you faced her directly? No, I couldn't. She could wipe us all out with one flick of her finger. I see, gosh, she really something, isn't she? Oh yeah, she's a very special fairy. The only one who could hope to defeat her is the child of prophecy from Ainsley's last prediction. It's too bad this child has yet to reveal himself. I can only hope they come to save us as soon as possible. He's gonna do it. He's really gonna do it. How right you are, or I may very well be about to make your day. There's somebody I'd like you to meet. What are you doing, Oberon? Please, stop, stop. That's right. Our Tory here is none other than the Star of the Hope who hails from Tintangle. Born alongside the staff of selection that will bring Morgan to justice, she's the one, the only child of prophecy. Go on now, don't be shy. Oberon! Oh, that expression. You do have some delightful friends, Oberon. I'd love to be tackled to the ground like that myself sometime. Why, thank you. I can't say I expected such a direct method of silencing me either. Still, our Tory would never say anything if I hadn't put her on the spot like that. She's kind of a late bloomer, you see, and she's still not confident about being the child of prophecy. So we're hoping you might be able to offer her your seal of approval. Say, for example, ring the bell. Wow, even I won't come up with that. Impressive. No, that I'm afraid I cannot allow. While there is indeed a bell said to be the voice of the Wind Clan right above this room, I can only let her ring it when she has proven herself to me. Words alone will not suffice. She will need to demonstrate her abilities. There can be no question. You said your name was Artoria, yes? And it seems you do indeed have the Staff of Selection. I still don't understand what the Staff of Selection truly signifies. The only one who does is Ainsel, the head of the Mirror Clan, and no one has seen any member of the Mirror Clan for years. All I can do is see for myself whether you have makings of king. And how exactly do you propose to do that? Oh my, what a lovely voice. And here I thought you would be mute. Very well then, out of respect for the dulcet tones, I'll tell you my conditions. Artoria, Sol, I would like you to show me that there is still hope for our world. So here's my test to see if Britain can still be changed. As you know, we Faerie are plagued by a dark fate. Every 100 years a calamity befalls us, a curse that not even Morgan herself has been able to dispel. For the last few months there has been a powerful Moors currently winding its way through Norwich, a calamity pool. If you two can rid Norwich of this calamity, then I will gladly give you access to Salisbury's Bell. Okay, to Norwich. To rid the world of calamity. Ganon. So is Ganondorf in this, is the question. It's very auspicious timing, you know. Not that I played Tears of the Kingdom yet, because free time is an illusion. So she wants us to get rid of the calamity in Norwich, huh? I didn't think she'd be the one to bring it up. What is the calamity, though? I don't know much about these calamities either, since I've never seen one for myself, but I've heard plenty of stories. Apparently they're a kind of natural disaster that befalls Faerie Britain every 100 years. I've heard about these calamities too, and I've also already told Sol about them. Norwich is a port town in East Britain, and apparently it's been showing signs that it'll be home to the next calamity for a few months now. They say there's tons of black soot rising in the air that's gathered above like rain clouds. Aurora said she'd permit us to ring the bell as long as we can resolve this calamity, right? So you could disperse the clouds of soot, huh? Unfortunately, I never learned any magecraft that could do that. Well, that's okay. Norwich is tall enough for her that I think we can forget about it for the time being. Right now, our top priority is finding Mash. And now that Aurora is helping us do that, we should receive some word of her whereabouts in a few days. So all you guys need to do is wait at the inn until then. Then again, doing nothing might not be the best use of our time, Okay, I'll send you a list of things you can do to earn money and gather information later then. You going on off on your own again, then? Well, you know, I thought about what Coral said, and I probably should see about paying my tabs before I start racking up more. Okay, that's all for now. I'll see you all again in 3 days. Bye, Oberon. There, that should get them to rest up in Salisbury at least a little more. Meanwhile, I've got my work cut out for me. First, I'll need to go find out what's going on in Norwich. Oh, welcome back, Blanca. How's the situation up north? How far have... Robs. Don't know if I pronounced that right. Forces advanced. Another child of prophecy has shown up there. Oh. I definitely wasn't expecting that. Ainsel didn't say anything about there being 2 of them in her prophecy. That puts Artoria in an even more precarious position. I thought I'd have more time. Yes, of course Artoria is the real child of prophecy. There was never in doubt. But it won't matter who the real one is. What matters will be who the fairies believe is the real one. Still, it's not all bad. Let's focus on the silver lining here. A false child of prophecy in the north is bound to draw Morgan's attention. Which means Artoria and Sol should be safe for now. That'll give me time to ensure they grow stronger. They're not ready for Norwich. They need to experience Britain for themselves and to gain the power to adapt and conquer its challenges. Do you really have time for that, you say? You're a tough crowd, aren't you, Blanca? But you have to take your time with the opening act. That was for us first, too, remember? Okay, so Oberon is making us take it slow and steady to prepare. That's cool of him. Good on Oberon here. Oberon seems pretty cool. Still thinking about that meeting, then? Oh no, I'm fine. I'm just nervous since I'm not used to speaking with the head of the entire clan. Sorry, I've got a lot on my mind. I think I'm gonna turn in for the night. Let's meet up here again tomorrow, okay? Bye for now. Looks like we'll have to readjust our perceptions of her, too. Come on, Sol. Tristan, let's head back to our room. We should talk about our next moves while it's still safe to do so. Tongue got a little tangled there. Okay, that's everything that's happened so far in a very nice and tidy report. It's all yours now, Typhoon. Take it away, my little familiar. There, that takes care of our report to the Storm Porter. We should be here back from them in about 2 days. Now let's go over everything we've learned so far. That said, our main topic isn't Morgan, but the Child of Prophecy who's supposedly going to defeat her, right? Yep, the truth is, we've been dropping our guard around her a little too much. At first, we thought it was just a coincidence that she shared a name with King Arthur and didn't think about it any further, but now we can say for certain that she is this Lostbelt's King Arthur. I'm sure I don't need to remind you two that Chaldea already confronted the legends about King Arthur in the Sixth Singularity. But I still think it's worth our time to quickly refresh our memories of those legends, just so we're all on the same page. Refresh. The legend of King Arthur takes place in the 5th century, a time when Britain is in great turmoil. It begins with the collapse of the Continental Empire, with the Empire no longer keeping Britain safe. It came under frequent attacks by the Saxons, a foreign enemy who crossed the sea to attack British shores. At the time, Britain was an island nation ruled by many different clans and those clans' kings. While there were always constant squabbles between the clans, there was also war with the Picts up to the north, where the clans' kings agreed to work together. But one king created an irreparable rift in this alliance. He used the other clans for his own ends with the goal of ultimately uniting all of Britain. His name was Vortigern. He was said to be the avatar of the White Dragon born from Britain itself, made to bring it to ruin. The White Dragon made to bring Britain to ruin. Vortigern invited the Saxons to the Isles, throwing it into chaos. Londinium, the fortress city that served as the heart of Britain during the Empire's reign, was destroyed. Vortigern then defeated and killed Uther Pendragon, the greatest king in all Britain. And so, Britain entered a dark age, a time when none of the island could escape its imminent destruction. However, hope still remained. King Uther's most trusted aide, Merlin, the great mage who had long kept Britain safe, told the people that this, too, was all part of the prophecy. King Uther has already chosen a successor. They shall be the next king. Whoever draws a sword of selection from this stone shall be Britain's king. Sword of selection, staff of selection. Interesting. Get a drink. Many of the knights tried their hand at drawing a sword, but none of them succeeded. It was only once the knights had all left, convinced the sword of selection was no more than a delusion, that a young squire of 15, a boy who had been raised without even knowing he was King Uther's son, came and drew the sword from the stone with no one there to bear witness. The sword was Caliburn. And that boy did indeed grow to become the King of Britain. Arthur Pendragon, the knight among knights, or as we know her, Artoria Pendragon. After announcing himself as King Uther's successor, King Arthur assembled the lords of Britain, and led them to 12 magnificent victories against the Saxons. In doing so, he proved himself an invincible king, the undefeated king of knights. But unbeknownst to him, the Saxons weren't the only enemy. The greatest threat the King of Knights ever faced came from within his own family. Vortigern, the avatar of the White Dragon, who defeated King Arthur's father, Uther, and brought Britain to its knees. Morgan, the Faerie Queen, who declared it was Britain's very will that she become its ruler. Morgan's machinations succeeded in robbing King Arthur, the King of Knights of Caliburn, but the fairies gave him an even greater sword. That sword was Excalibur, a sacred sword forged within the planet's inner sea. In the world of Magecraft, it's considered a divine construct, an ultimate weapon meant to destroy that which threatens the very planet. In laying claim to the sacred sword, King Arthur became Britain's savior in both name and deed. After a climactic battle with Vortigern in the ruins of Londinium, King Arthur, with help from the fairies, built the towering white castle of Camelot. Lords from all across the Isle came to Camelot to serve the King of Knights, they became the Knights of the Round Table, where they were all treated as equals. It's a bit odd telling this story with Tristan here, but that's how the Knights of the Round Table were formed. Lancelot, the knight from France, blessed by the Lady of the Lake. Gawain, the heir of Orkney, blessed by the sun. Tristan, nephew to the Duke of Cornwall and the Prince of Tragedy. He, well, you, are also said to be the symbol of a romantic period. That's right, these are the proud Knights of the Round Table, my cherished friends who filled its 13 seats. I mistakenly saw Da Vinci still speaking. Sturdy Percival, clever Kay, loyal Bedivere, earnest Garrus. Kind-hearted Gareth, Agravain the Enforcer, Palamedes the Duelist, Taciturn, that's a weird word, Mordred, and the greatest knight of all, chosen by the Holy Grail, Galahad the Revelation. In addition to King Arthur, the first seat, you could also count King Pellinore, King Arthur's trusted advisor, and Bors for the future 11th seat for 15 total. At any rate, those are the Knights of the Round Table I knew when they were at their peak. Yeah, the Knights of the Round Table's peak is also the happiest time in Legends of King Arthur. While other problems would present themselves in the quest for the Holy Grail and in the decisive battles against the Picts and the Saxons, it was the affair with Lancelot and Guinevere, King Arthur's queen, that changed things forever. Once the affair came to light, the Knights of the Round Table became shadows of their former selves. During an expedition to the Roman Empire, Mordred took advantage of King Arthur's absence and staged a rebellion. That was the beginning of what would later be known as King Arthur's final battle, Battle of Camlan. It was in this battle King Arthur drew his final breath. Bedivere personally returned the sacred sword to the fairies. And the final chapter of ancient Britain's history was concluded. After that, King Arthur's body was brought to Avalon, the paradise at the world's end, by the fairies of the lake, as the future king who would one day return to life. The once and future king. And that's a quick and dirty version of the Legend of King Arthur. Thanks for listening. Wow, it's already nighttime. Time sure flies. So with all that in mind, let's get back to the British Lostbelt. In proper human history, King Arthur drew the Sword of Selection while he was still an unknown boy. And amidst the hope and envy, admiration, and prejudice of the other knights, he ascended to the throne as king. Meanwhile, here in Faerie Britain, Artoria may still be unknown and unrecognized, but even so, she wields the Staff of Selection, and she was traveling across Britain as her own Child of Prophecy. Excuse me, on her own, as a Child of Prophecy. Yeah. So, she's got the same name, same face, and same destiny. No way all that can be a coincidence. Which means Artoria Casters is this world's King Arthur. She's destined to be Britain's savior. Britain's savior, but why now? King Arthur saved Britain in the 5th century, but this is 2023. If she really is Britain's savior, shouldn't she have shown up in the distant past? That's the question, isn't it? I'm not sure why her story's taking place now either, but I did overhear one interesting thing from some local fairies. Apparently the Child of Prophecy is the reincarnation of a sixth savior, who was sent to save Britain once again. The World Tree from Norse mythology. That's Yggdrasil, though. Yep, or at least it's the same name. See, once Morgan began ruling Britain, she officially named this period of time the Heir of the High Queen. And the timing lines up with exactly when proper human history changed to AD. Well, proper human history stopped in the year AD 2019. In this world, the year 2019 of the Era of the High Queen is still unfolding. In the previous era, aka BC in proper human history terms, it is called the Fae Era. Furthermore, during the Fae Era, there was apparently a fairy who saved Britain from the calamities of countless times. Aesic the Savior. Apparently, there are only a few fairies left who still remember her: Ector the Immortal, Grand Duke Wasteheart, Rhyneck, Grimmer the Sage, the Totrot, the First Knight. But they still speak of her legend in hushed tones. So if a savior showed up in this world before, that may mean Faerie Britain has a system for such things. Something akin to the counterforce that the Isle itself uses to fight back when Britain is in danger. And if that's true, it would explain why Artoria was only born now, in this time. Plus, we're going up against High Queen freaking Morgan here, but who else but King Arthur would fight her? That's an interesting thought of introspection. I wonder if she is the bad guy. Anyway, that took longer than I expected, but we've gone over everything, I'm gonna make 2 suggestions. First, I think we should continue working with Artoria Castoria, in other words. While we don't necessarily have to destroy this Lostbelt, it does seem pretty clear that we'll need to face High Queen Morgan at some point. And when we do, having the Child of Prophecy on our side can only work to our advantage. And second, I think we should keep our goal, including Chaldea's whole deal, to ourselves. And it's fine to tell her about proper human history. Hell, it'd be impossible to communicate if we didn't. But we shouldn't reveal that we've eliminated 5 other Lostbelts to date. I know it's not the most honest move, but sometimes not laying all your cards on the table is the way to go. Like I said before, there's something strange about this world, even for a Lostbelt, and there's still way too much we don't know. So until we have a much better understanding of what's going on here, I want to keep our goal at stopping Britain from disappearing. Even if we eventually end up having to fight it after saving it. Keeping all this from her, then. That's right. I'm sorry, Soul. I know it won't be easy for you. But for what it's worth, my intuition is telling me things aren't going to come to that. I have a feeling we're going to save Britain, stop this collapse from destroying our world, and go our separate ways with a smile without even having to do battle with the Britain. Let's hope so, Da Vinci. Let's hope so. We will again bring Tristan and go back to Proto. Here we go. Let's go. Boop, 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 boop. Morning, everyone. Hope you don't mind that I had breakfast before you. You've got to try this bread. It's so soft and yummy. Apparently it's made from... oh, right. Wheat. You're in a good mood this morning, huh? Cheering myself up when I'm feeling down is my specialty.
That's right. Da Vinci taught me how to make it. I had no idea you could use flour like that. All this time I've been practically sitting on a gold mine.
So this fairy lives in this grand building, but he's ignorant to the true value of flour. It seems there are significant knowledge gaps between the individual fairies. Or rather... yep, there are basically 2 types of fairies. Those who only superficially copy human civilization, and those who are interested in its inner workings. Most fairies are copiers who are satisfied with just playing pretend. The thing about fairies is, they can do anything without human technology, so they don't have to know how it works. You know, how when cars get more reliable, there's less need for drivers to repair them. And so, over time, there are fewer drivers who know how their cars work. It's a lot like that. Whenever fairies feel like bread, they can just create some of their own magical energy. Easy peasy. But the bread they create is just that way it's just an imitation of the bread they've had before. Like it was 3D printed. Basically, fairies can't experience culture without some kind of originating data to work from. Even my cure used to be a typical copier. It was only when I started working here that I began caring about the details.
It's true. I was a real dull fairy until I met Da Vinci. But now every day is more fun than the last. I love being alive. I used to think preserving humans was a waste of time, but not anymore. Lady Aurora was right. We need humans if we're going to enjoy our lives. If there's one thing humans are good for, it's making technology. They come up with all sorts of fascinating things you just don't see in nature. Sure, some of those things aren't fun or tasty, like iron and gunpowder. But I've come to think of humans as our equals now. Heck, I'd even say I respect them. When the last owner left this park to me, I thought it was going to be nothing but a pain in the neck, but now I know better. We need something to live for, something we want to do for our own sakes, not just to fulfill our purpose. There's no way I'm ever going back to just a plain old living again.
Well, there you have it. In general, fairies are really pure of heart. Or to put it another way, easily influenced.
That's not true, Da Vinci. It's all because of you. Not even Lady Aurora got me to change my mind like this.
Okay, Mike. In that case, maybe you can learn how to say my name properly.
What do you mean? I am saying it properly. Alright, I've got a message for you from Oberon. He said to tell you to come to Salisbury Fields for an important learning experience.
A learning experience. Think I know where this is going. Pretty sure I know what's gonna happen. Alright, double wave, so no point in blasting through with Proto just yet here. We will work to get NP generation though. Just so that way we can maybe fire off the NP and then charge for another NP, and then fire off another NP, and so on and so forth ad infinitum for all of eternity. Also, let's get Tristan's NP ready to go for next turn.
Yes,
But Proto, attack. Doubt we're gonna blast through, but let's try at least. Oh yeah, that's what no buffs does to you. Against neutral enemies as well. No buffs, no buffs, neutral damage. That was to be expected. I'll do this, and then a little something like this, because they are starting to gear up for NPs, and I do not want to have to deal with that. Thank you. Barely not enough. Should be enough. Damn. I was really hoping that Tristan would have enough Daka with the Buster crit to blast through. And hit me with an NP strength down too. Damn. These things are not playing around. 3 turns. I think it'll probably take that long for us to blast through these caster elite hunters. So. I'd very much not like to lose Tristan, but I kind of feel like that's becoming inevitable. That's BAQ. Come on, Tristan. Just blast him. Tristan, survive, my man, survive. Good job, Proto. Just got it done. Moors, huh? Well, I was honestly expecting multiple enemies here. Had I known it was single target enemy, I probably would have chosen my party a little different. But, oh well. We should have this. No issues.
シール13デシジョンスタート。これは世界を救う戦いである。
商人
Do it, Tristan. Finish this.
嘆きのエイルド。これからティータイムなんだ。
Moors
悪い
defeated. And level 7 Mystic Code. Nice. So that's how you're supposed to get rid of those pesky birds. I had no idea. I just kept asking them nicely if they would leave, but they wouldn't listen. Fields are delicate things. At times they require bolder tactics. But I also understand and respect your kind inclination to not hurt the birds if you don't have to. So I suggest leaving a straw likeness of yourself in the field. It will help deter such behavior. That way the birds will mistake the likeness for you and start attacking that. Which should buy you enough time to do, well, something. Oh my, really? I never would have thought of that. Are you some kind of genius? Well, I wouldn't disagree with that. That's not how you're supposed to use scarecrows, but if it works, you know. Was Tristan always like that? Pretty much. He might seem like he's got his head on straight, but most of the time he's actually up in the clouds. Still, he can be the perfect knight, at least as long as he has someone to keep on track. Alright, the caveat is that they're also fairy-made imitations of human society aside. What do you think of Salisbury's fields? Very spacious looking. True, regardless of how they got there, the fields themselves are the genuine article. Apparently, agriculture has been a big deal up in North Britain for a long time now, but was never too popular in the south. It wasn't until Aurora stepped in that Salisbury finally got serious about it. I've seen small fields back in my village, but I've never seen anything so big and open before. I wonder why they weren't more popular until now. Well, we always had to abandon them whenever the Moors showed up. There aren't many Moors in the north, so there was nothing stopping them from making the fields up there. But here in the south we see Moors all the time, so the only ones who could venture outside the city are the really strong fairies. The Fang clan can apparently hold out for a little while by telling themselves that death and war are intertwined. But for weaker fairies like me without any astrality, general knowledge of other worlds, we can't even touch the Moors without putting ourselves at risk. And even if the Moors weren't a problem, we'd still have to remake the fields every 100 years anyway. You're talking about the calamities, aren't you? Are you scared of them too, even though you all live forever? Of course we are. The only fairies who can survive a calamity are the ones allowed to live in Camelot. All the rest of us can do is suffer and disappear. There's not a fairy in all of Britain who doesn't fear the calamities. I'm not even sure how much longer Lady Aurora can hold on to her glow, not after what happened in Norwich. Make no mistake, now that a calamity has come for Norwich, Salisbury will be next. And when it does, not even Lady Aurora will survive. What do the calamities consist of? I'm not sure. The calamities have always been undefined. It's said that they take a different form every time they appear. Let's see, I think the last one was the Calamity of the Resurrection, which erased all of Darlington. I didn't even want to think about what kind of terrifying calamity we'll see next. Why did I have to be born now? Why couldn't my predecessor have held for just 10 more years? No, never mind that. Why wouldn't the High Queen open up Camelot to all of us? If she would just let us weather the calamities for a year in Camelot, we'd never have to worry. I see, so you have grievances with the High Queen. You know, there have been anti-Queen movements popping up around the country. If you want to protest the decisions, maybe you could join one of those. No, I'm not that upset about it. Besides, I can't even imagine defying her. I might be afraid of the calamities, but I'm even more afraid of the Queen's army. There's more to the Queen's power than just having enough magical energy to cover all of Britain, after all. She also has a troop of highly trained fairy soldiers as well as knights under her protection who command them. Tristan of the Bewitched Bow, Gawain of the Sun, and Lancelot, the Light of the Lake. Okay, so Lancelot is also here. Interesting. As long as those three Tamlin are around, no one can hope to defy the Queen. And it's a fairy version of Lancelot. Huh? What? I wonder why they're all so shocked. And of course, Castoria is just, you know, No big deal. No battle node. Emergency meeting, now. We need to talk about the 3 Tamlin that have apparently been serving High Queen Morgan this whole time. Also, you already know about them, Artoria. Well, sure, everyone in Faerie Britain does. Why, are they a problem? Oh yes, this is as shocking as Sir Bedivere when he first wakes. Artoria, can you please tell us everything you know about them? Okay, I guess I can cover the basics easily enough. It's stuff every fairy in Britain knows. The 3 Tamlin are fairies of High Queen Morgan as bestowed with the names from otherworldly knights. They are the most powerful beings in Faerie Britain, exceeding in magical energy only by the Queen herself. They're also impervious to Moor's corruption, so they're the one who handles them whenever a group of Moors shows up. Excuse me. Huh. Come to think of it, they were known as the Guardians of Britain, sworn to the service of the High Queen, the Knights of the Round Table. Does Morgan actually like King Arthur or something? No, I suspect it's little more than a sly dig. Morgan always had a gift for those. Of course, that assumes the Morgan from this Lostbelt has the same personality as the one I know. Why, do you all have some sort of attachment to the raised round table or something? We are just talking about a circular table, right? Well, I don't see any way around it, so we're just gonna have to tell her about what happened in proper human history. Artoria, our world also has a version of Morgan. Though in our case, it was during the 5th century, about 1600 years ago. There was a certain king who defeated her, hereby uniting Britain and ushering in an age of peace. That king was known by Arthur, but their true name was Artoria Pendragon. Hey, that's my name. Quite a coincidence. It's not just a coincidence, you two are most likely the same person. What I'm trying to say may shock you, but try not to freak out. In our world, you were Britain's great unifier, a king loved and respected by countless knights across the land. That's right, you are the ideal king, chosen by the Sword of Selection and trained by Merlin himself. You did pretend to be a man during your reign, but aside from that, you were the picture of integrity. As King Arthur, you commanded many lords from all across Britain. Think of them as the equivalents of the fairies. Faerie Britain's 6 clans. And from those lords, you chose the finest knights to be your Knights of the Round Table, a group of warriors with no equal. In fact, full disclosure, Sir Tristan here is one of them. So from our perspective, knowing that the Knights of the Round Table serve Morgan here, it is like learning that a group of heroes you always look up to are now working for the baddest of bad guys. Can you blame us for being surprised? Are you listening to me, Artoria? I think she shut down. She's so shocked she froze. Oh boy. I guess I really am the child of prophecy then. Part of me always thought that maybe this was all just a big misunderstanding, but now I'm a little more willing to believe it. I mean, Grandfather always said I was born at the same time as the Staff of Selection. Maybe I really can do this after all. In fact, maybe I'll take a page from this, Pendragon person's example and save all of Britain too. Plus, we even have a Knight of the Round Table here. You know, when I first heard you shared a name with that, Tristan, I thought you must be a pretty bloodthirsty guy. But now I know you were actually a Knight of the Round Table yourself. That's so cool. Well, I'm certainly glad to hear you speak so highly of me. What do you mean, bloodthirsty? Don't tell me that Tristan here is. She's said to be the cruelest, most short-tempered, and wantonly violent of all the Fairy Knights of the Round Table. Her nicknames are the Fairy Killer and Tristan of the Bloody Heel. They say she's killed almost 400,000 fairies in the 100 years since she was appointed a Tamlin. But you're nothing like her, Tristan. Seeing you fight beside Sol is kind of like, well, watching a flower dancing in a storm. You always maintain your composure and strive to be gallant and do your best no matter the circumstances. There aren't many people like that in Faerie Britain. So the fact that you're putting up your trust in me, even though we're from different worlds, is really encouraging. That's... yes. Indeed, that's how I try to conduct myself. That said, I guess there really is more to being a Tamlin than just the title, huh? Hang on, you said in your world. Tamlin Tristan was appointed 100 years ago, long after Tristan from proper human history. So if this Tristan is the original, that'll make the Tamlin an imitation. That would mean, has Morgan known about proper human history for more than 100 years? Interesting. That is an interesting point there. Well, I wasn't planning to tell Artoria about King Arthur like this. But I think we should be fine. Plus, we've got to find about the Tin Lin. Really, if we run into one of them without any foreknowledge, I think I might have actually died from shock. Anyway, while those Lostbelts Tristan and Gawain may not look like the ones we know, the fact that they share a name must mean they have many of the same traits as well. So we can expect Sir Tristan to use Failnaught, and Sir Lancelot to wield Argonite. Where'd he go? He's in Artoria's room. Said he had something he wanted to talk to her about. Okay. The White Dragon who tried to destroy Britain back when it still known as the Isle of Ancient Sacraments. Vortigern, the Cowardly King. The Faerie Britain and the personification of its desire to reject the age of humanity. And then there was the avatar of the Red Dragon, born and raised in stark contrast to Vortigern. Artoria Pendragon. The knight who protected the people of Britain, preserved its kingdom, and established the human world. While fairies and sacrament may have faded away from Britain as a result, her efforts did succeed at preserving British culture and passing it on to later generations. Strength isn't what made Artoria king. She became king because she fought for Britain's future. That's also why her knights agreed to set aside their differences and join her at the Round Table. That's right, we also hope in our king. She's always cool-headed in battle, fair and impartial in politics. And above all, she truly loved all of Britain. Even with her small stature, she would face down enemies many times her size and strength without fear of injury. She sounds like a really amazing king. Indeed she was. I have never known anyone braver or more disciplined, or more proud. That said, even she didn't start out as a perfect king. After she drew the Sword of Selection, she trained with Merlin and Sir Kay, day and night for years. That is why you needn't try to rush things now, Castoria. It's not a matter of you sharing a name with King Arthur. It's a matter of you sharing her vision. So please, have confidence in yourself. I know you can do this. Okay. King Arthur, a truly accomplished version of me from another world. Man, that's amazing. She must have worked so hard. And see, Castoria does know about Merlin, is the thing. She has mentioned Merlin's name in the past, if nothing else. I'll bring Da Vinci along for this one, since it is a caster, and I need to actually be smart with my character choices. Excuse me. Just spending time around. Chatting with the Fae. Getting to know them. Ingratiating ourselves to their society. Insert other fancy terms here. I'm back. You should have seen me out there, Mike. I somehow managed to complete 3 tough Oberon quests all in a row.
Oh wow, sounds like you're getting really desperate. Why don't you have an apple water? On the house.
Thanks, Mike. That's so considerate of you. You're really getting the hang of this pub owner thing.
Aw, cut it out, Dunbidgey. It's all thanks to you, my perfect angel.
First, we attributed a dispute between a wind fairy and an earth fairy over who had the right to sunlight on a main road. Then we had to run a safety check on all the mysterious items, which turned out to be a bunch of bouquets, that had been sent to the head of the Wind Clan. And finally we had to subdue an out-of-control wind fairy who had been unluckily in love for the past 30 years and wanted to have a romance with a human. Surprisingly, none of this was at all easy, but that does make completing them all the more satisfying. It's great to see everybody happy.
Alright, I almost forgot. You there. The human. Soul, was it? You got a guest up in your room, and trust me, she's not the kind of fairy you want to keep waiting.
I guess, to see Soul. Ooh. Guest. Oh, Coral. So this is a human bedroom, It's not so different from ours. No, that's not right. We wouldn't even have rooms like this if not for humans. Really, we're the ones who should be thanking them. Pardon me. So you're back, human. You did well with the farm incident yesterday. As a wind fairy myself, you have my thanks. Was there more, or... We may have received word of your missing companion. Every human captured in South Britain is taken to a ranch out west, and a new human was brought there 3 days ago. Maybe the one you are searching for. If you wish to go rescue it, I'll arrange for a guide to show you the way. Tonight I'll have a few soldiers stationed outside of Salisbury. You are to rendezvous with them and finish your rescue before the night is over. I also have a message for you from Lady Aurora, who said I hope you find your friend there.
Thanks, girl.
Don't thank me, thank Lady Aurora. Now if you'll excuse me, I must return to my post.
I don't trust her one bit.
I don't know what it is that brought you here, and I know I'm in no position to offer advice. But you should know that the ranch belongs to the High Queen, and it's very well guarded.
I don't trust her I trust her even less now. And that's the scoop.
Wow, when they said it'd take 2 or 3 days, I didn't expect them to actually come through that fast. Impressive.
So this human was brought in 3 days ago, Then we don't have a moment to waste. I don't know what kind of facility this ranch is, but now is not the time for cowardice.
I agree. LeBron might not be back yet, but seeing as we have a guide, I'm sure he'll be fine with it. So what are you going to do then, Artoria? This matter really only concerns us, so we'd understand if you want to stay behind. I'd be glad to help. Plus, I'm dying to find out what the real Mesh is like since I inadvertently used her name for a while. And besides, I'm feeling a lot more confident after these last few days. Be it infiltration, lockpicking, or brewing sleeping potions, I'm sure I can handle it just fine now with my Merlin Magecraft.
You'll have to tell me more about this Merlin Magecraft.
Soldiers.
It would seem those soldiers there are our guides. This is quite a surprise. I thought these soldiers would be fairies, not humans.
Well, yeah, most of Salisbury's soldiers are actually human. They may not hold a candle to fairies when it comes to sheer combat ability, but they have no problems using weapon, and above all, Moors don't pose any immediate threats to them. So yeah, human soldiers are basically the fairies' Moors countermeasures. Most of the clans treat them as disposable tools, but Aurora sees value in human soldiers, even appointing the more talented ones to serve as their personal guards. Remember, the ones we saw protecting them in the Great Cathedral? The fact that they were so strong is proof that Aurora gave those humans various rights. Feeling okay there? Oh, I'm just a little nervous. I've never been around so many humans before. It doesn't make sense, does it? I mean, I'm obviously fine with you.
Quite. They've noticed us, too. Hey, you there. The suspicious looking ones. You, the outsiders Coral told us about. I can't believe you actually showed up. Why now of all times? This is exactly the sort of pain in the ass I don't need. Oh well, if this is what Lady Aurora wants, then fine. Follow us, we'll show you the way to the ranch. Be warned, it's a 2-hour walk, so you'd better have everything ready before we get going. Got it?
Yep. Thanks for showing the way.
Man, you guys are dressed in the weirdest clothes I've seen. Lady Aurora sure does love her novelties, doesn't she?
Not very happy to see us, are they? They probably think of us as a bunch of annoying pests moving in on their beloved Lady Aurora. Even so, that doesn't change the fact that they're helping us. We should be grateful to them for that. Come on, Soul. I'm afraid we won't be able to talk for a while, but at least they should help us make good time.
Pardon the yawn. We're here. This is the West Human Ranch.
Human Ranch.
That's right, we used to live here too. We're assigned to a horde fairy who robbed us of everything we had, down to our dignity before throwing us away like so much trash. Us stray humans had nowhere to go until Lady Aurora took us in. We became soldiers so that we could win the freedom Lady Aurora showed us was possible. We support overthrowing the Queen, too. But nothing like the trendy rebel armies, so counting on so-called Child of Prophecy to bail them out.
Rebel Army, I've heard of them mentioned before. Does that mean there's an anti-Queen movement in Salisbury, too?
Yep, the Rebel Army is situated in the old castle ruins out to the east. Excuse me. They claim to want to free all Britain, and they even have the gall to call themselves the Round Table. Still, they're definitely a force to be reckoned with. They're led by a human who actually survived against Lancelot in a joust in Camelot. Impressive. Maybe. Morgan herself offered him a reward, saying he'd prove himself equal to a Tam Lin. Let's see, I think his name was Percival. Percival of the White Light, the man who reached the limits of human ability.
Sir Percival! We've heard him before.
Yeah, Tristan mentioned Percival before. Morgan was so impressed with him that she commanded him to join her forces in Camelot, even though he's a human. But instead he refused her command and formed the rebel army.
Yeah, that's enough. It's too dangerous to stay here any longer. If anyone sees us, Lady Aurora is the one who'll pay the price. Let's just ditch these backwater fairies and head back to Salisbury already. I take it that means you guys are only here to show the way? And that sneaking into the ranch and looking for our companion is entirely our job.
You're damn right it is. Hell, you should be thanking us for just taking you this far.
The Wind Clan might be good at everything, but they don't have the right temperament for combat. If Morgan ever thinks they're rebelling against her, Lady Aurora is as good as dead, along with all of Salisbury. Even knowing all that, Lady Aurora still asks us to help you. So you listen to me. Whatever you do, don't you dare mention Salisbury if you get caught. Got that? You better not bite hand that fed you. Not if you have any pride at all in being human. Don't worry, I won't. Pardon the yawn. Okay, let's discuss our next move. I just finished analyzing the ranch's interior structure. From what I can tell, there are 6 big factories in the middle of the complex, and about 30 smaller ones. I didn't sense any heat sources in the big factories, so they're probably shut down now. But the small factories have lots of heat signals. They seem to be about 60 humans inside. What do you think, Soul? If we scale the castle walls, we could probably sneak inside without the guards spotting us.
You're really efficient.
Efficient? Me? Oh, no, I'm really not. This is just a little spell that lets you see inside a building by hitting walls with a magical energy wave and seeing how things inside react to it. It's the most basic thievery spell Merlin taught me. He said I would definitely need it at some point, and it looks like he was right.
That does take me back. It seems Merlin never changes no matter what world he's in.
You still have your connection to Mash through your contract, Soul. Can you sense anything? If you can, that'd be the fastest and easiest way to find her.
It's hard to tell.
Then there are probably too many cross lines to be sure. Honestly, I'm feeling the same thing. There are just way too many contracts going around in Faerie Britain. Maybe whatever a fairy takes possession of a human, they form a bond that's similar to a servant contract. If I'm right about that, the only way we'll know for whether Mash is in here is if we see for ourselves. Tristan, do you think you can carry Soul and Artori up the castle walls? Well, don't worry about me. I'll get up there with my roller skates.
Of course, it'll be the quickest and most graceful liar work that you've ever seen. Both of you, over here, please.
Then I'll lead the way. The western wall is the most lightly guarded right now, so let's go in from there.
We're going up, 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 going up, up, up. We're going up, 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 going up.
Sorry, got a big yawn. Looks like a town inside here.
Artori, I assume these large factories you spoke of earlier are the complexes, and the smaller ones the homes.
That's right, humans kept at ranches like these are shipped out with their creativity intact. So they should be confined in houses rather than pens.
With their creativity intact?
Just ignore large factories there. We won't find Mash there. It's not birthing season yet, so there's certain...
Okay. I'm sorry, what?
Something here. So that's what this place is. Surveillance familiar. I must have been disguised as a street lamp. I can't believe I messed up again. I'm sorry, everyone, but we need to take it out now before it calls in reinforcements. Too late for that. But, so that's what this factory is, huh? Okay, 99 enemies. 99 barrels of enemies to fight. 99 barrels. It did say endurance battle, so I probably only have to survive for a certain amount of time. And I wonder. So let me do that.
楽しかったと思う。
Do
黄
that.
金律にも種類があるのさ。
And then doot.
ふむふむ。
Yeah, let's be safe. Doot.
おっ
Doot,
ぱ
doot.
ふむふむ。いくよ。
Yep, so they immediately come back in. That's cool.
そう。
That
君
should
たち
make
は
this
あらゆ
easy.
る困難を乗り越える。その勝者を今示そう。ビューティフルジャーニー。さあ、行けるところまで行ってみよう。
How many will I get through before the thing ends
芸
or
術と
whatever?
はこのさ。
Battle.
行くよ。
Got another Vinci NP. Let's do that this time. And then go like
イエス
私
マイ
も
マスター
任せて。
シール13デシジョンスタート
hopefully Proto has the juice to
世
punch
界を
through.
救う戦いである
勝利。
Caliban. Good job, Proto.
そう。君たちはあらゆる困難を乗り越える。その勝者を今示そう。ビューティフルジャーニー。さあ、行けるとこまで行ってみよ
Excuse me.
う。行くよ。
もう終わりかい
Okay, not bad. 3 turns, and we got down to 86. We took down 13, maybe 16 enemies, somewhere along there. Okay, the human farm. More combat, and we will again bring Da Vinci, because let's be smart when fighting. Damn it, they just keep coming. They must be very close. There must be a fairy close by making more of them or something. Can you find them, Soul? I do it myself, but I got my hands full with these familiars. Calm down. Closely look around. What do my special eyes see? The building, the shadow of the building there. You're correct, there's no sound at all coming from there. I suppose they think they have hidden themselves quite perfectly. But I'm thinking stand between my symphony and my enemy. How do you like your midsection cut into quarters? What are you people? Whatever you did just was neither human or fairy. You're obviously not Moors. You're not with the Round Table Army. Are you the Child of Prophecy then? This is great. Things are finally going my way. I'm Knight Grant. No mere Child of Prophecy's matecraft can ever hope to match our High Queen. High Queen Morgana bestow this armor upon me. It will take more than a few swings of a sword to shatter it. Who's that in there? Whoever they are, they're no ordinary fairy. Please be careful, everyone. I'm guessing this is one of the Tamlin we heard about. Okay, Fairy Knight Grant. Or Tamlin Grant. Oh boy. High health this time. Go like this. We should get NP for the win. Very close to it. Guarantee if one of these will-o-wisps attacks Da Vinci, which of course they don't. Because why would they?
もちろん。
了解
芸術とはこのさ。
There we go. Alright, so now we do so.
楽しかったと。黄金律にも種類があるのさ。
And then a little something like that.
ふむふむ。
That should be good.
そう。君たちはあらゆる困難を乗り越える。その勝者を今示そう。ビューティフルジャーニー。
Saw that coming. Good hit, good hit.
行ってみよう。
And we are within NP range. Oh, we are definitely within NP range. Right, Vinci's actually pretty strong. Grant the Knight. Okay. Let's do that. And then do... We'll save that one. But go like so. Proto's just hanging out here, it seems.
それはいつか来る兆しの星。誰に呼ばれるまでもなく、あなたは星をかざすでしょう。アラウンド回覧。
So I'm guessing we're gonna eventually see the story changing this out. We are pretty much speedrunning our story this journey. At least that's what I'm getting from this. Nice, boss. Nice art there. Is that even that wasn't even a crit? Don't you dare think this armor's gonna break. Excuse me. 2 guts, huh? Okay. This is fine. So, Duke. Hopefully it's not a full health guts, because that would be annoying. Ooh, doesn't even matter. Okay, it's not, but... Damn. If we had used Castoria's skill, we would have been all the way through this, I think. Halberd of Smite. Not that it matters. Grant, this is your final turn alive. Farewell, Grant. I will grant you the release of death. Yeah, I went there. Pretty much.
今回はうまくいきました。
There we go. That wasn't that bad. In fact, that was fairly easy, if my opinion.
Ugh. Can't believe it. Knight of Camelot falling to such insignificant whelps.
He's not moving anymore. Oh, he did it. I really won. That Avalon was super duper strong, but I still managed to beat him. And I couldn't have done it without all of you.
I'm afraid that was almost certainly just an ordinary knight. For one thing, there was no Grant among the knights of the Round Table, and for another, look over there.
Oh, hello. Oh, crap, 3 more knights, each with the same incredible magical energy as the last one. And we were just barely a match for him alone. There's no way we can take on 3. Come on, so let's get out of here now. What about MASH?
There, we're through the gates. Squads 1 and 3. We'll take out Morgan's soldiers at the front. Squad 2, take control of the factories. Get our comrades out before they're disposed of. Reinforcements from the castle gates. Demons of the Child of Prophecy was just a decoy. First, we need to take back the gates. Then be careful. These soldiers are from the Londinium rebel army. Don't underestimate them. Some of them are armed with iron weapons laced with Moor's poison. Well, no, I wasn't expecting reinforcements. That must be the rebel army we learned about earlier. Individually, they may not be as strong as Fairies, but the quantity is a quality all on its own. At this point, it's only a matter of time until they defeat those 3 Fairy Knights. So it would seem. Man, that was too close for comfort. Still, once the rebels are done with the Fairies, we can't just be sure they won't turn their swords on us. Come on, Soul, let's look for MASH while everyone's occupied. We should save making contact with the rebel army for after that. Can you show us where to go, Artoria? Right, of course. Don't worry, I'm a great lockpicker. And besides, Da Vinci's right. We can't be sure the rebel army will see us as allies. So let's find MASH and get out of here before anyone else sees us. Poor Grant. Just not even concerned about it. Poor Grant there. Alrighty. Well, damn. I should have figured the locks on the Queen's own facilities would be really tough nuts to crack. True, the Round Table army did manage to open the other 29 houses in the time it took us to open one. Oh, Castoria.
I can't even claim credit for this one since the Round Table Army ended up opening it too. Now, cheer up there, Artoria. I mean, as a tech genius myself, I definitely get how you feel. But the important thing is that all the humans being kept in these houses were freed. It's too bad we didn't find Mash, but that doesn't mean this was all a waste. At least now we know she wasn't captured, and really, isn't that way better? I'm sure wherever Mash is, she is okay. Thank God she's not in one of these factories, otherwise there'd be some hell to pay. Okay, everyone, this way, please. Don't worry, we have plenty of food and jackets to go around. We'll be on our way as soon as we've got everyone's names and checked you all for injuries. Also, if anyone knows about any other humans being kept here, please, let us know. Can't believe it, it's the army of humans. An army of humans defeated the Queen's soldiers. That the rumors of the Round Table Army were true. We don't have to do what they say anymore. We can go outside now, really. But the knights said that outside was dangerous, that humans would die instantly, and that we should stay here and study until we grow up. 2 years since I've last got to go outside. I've got to go hurry back to Gloucester. I got separated from someone there, someone I care about deeply. That poor child, I only hope she was able to get by without me. I must say I'm very impressed by this Round Table Army's leadership. They even took the knights they defeated into custody, sparing their lives instead of killing them. They are a properly disciplined army, not a lawless mob of killers. So is Percival, the strongest of all human knights who formed the Round Table Army. How this gladdens me. Well, I'm sure he isn't the same Sir Percival I knew. This other one certainly is doing his namesake proud. Oh, it's you guys. Thanks for your assistance earlier. It was a big help. We've been investigating this range closely for the past few months, so we know its security wouldn't be the lightest today, but we definitely didn't know we wouldn't be the only ones making a move. I was especially surprised to see just the four of you manage to take out one of Morgan's knights. We were prepared to lose up to 20% of our soldiers, but thanks to you guys, we got off with no more than a handful of casualties. So which city's rebel army are you from? I don't think you've seen you around the south before. Are you from the north, then? I'd heard there was some trouble up in Sheffield. Maybe that's where you're from. Artoria. I'm sorry. Are you people really? Huh? Oh, I see. I forget that we're still the only ones who don't distinguish between fairies and humans in our head counts. Sorry if I offended you when I counted all four of you the same. Oh, no. That's quite alright. Is everyone in the Round Table Army like you? I don't know about that. We all have our own goals and our own way of thinking. But one thing we all have in common is our faith in the commander. We all agree that Percival's ideals are worth fighting for. He's always talking about how the Child of Prophecy will appear one day, and how he wants to assemble as many like-minded allies as he can in the meantime. He says that way, that when the Child of Prophecy finally does appear, there will be a firm anti-Queen foundation in place to help take some of the heavy burden off their shoulders. But enough yammering from me. It looks like they're done with the roll call, so we're gonna start escorting these people to Londinium. Wanna come with us? We're always looking for more strong warriors like yourselves. There's something else we have to do first. That's right, we really appreciate the invitation, but we're actually trying to find a missing person right now.
Gotcha. Well, that's too bad, but I understand. You all take care then. Hope you're able to find this missing person of yours soon.
I hope so too. I guess that's that then. But you made the right call, Soul. Honestly, I'm impressed you were able to turn him down. Yeah, Artoria's not too keen on it, so... Well, I would like to learn more about this Round Table Army. Finding Mash absolutely comes first. It's not just the right time to join forces with them yet. Yeah, exactly. I know one of the original Knights of the Round Table will understand. You're a real gentleman's gentleman. Well, I am Tristan, Child of Sadness, not a knight who lives and dies on chivalry alone. That said, if Sir Bedivere were here too, I may have been forced to make it difficult to sit. So, get back. That's ominous sounding. So you attacked when security was at its lightest, huh? Devious of you, I'll give you that. But I won't win you in the day. That's exactly the pathetic sort of conviction I expect from humans. If you thieves are gonna scuttle around in the shadows, you can't complain if you end up crushed under someone's boot. What's going on with this magical energy signal? I can't even get a reading on it. Oh, I was worried about that just happened.
Squad 2, Squad 3, are you alright? Damn it, how so many soldiers did we just lose? Are we the only ones who survived that wall of flame? It can't be.
So if you yet live, that flame would have consumed you if it had been an open field. But this ranch belongs to High Queen Morgan herself. I can't raise it to the ground. So I'll crush the rest of you with my own horns. Go on, humans. Try to fight back. Show me you're truly brave, and I'll be merciful. Show me you're cowards, and you'll have nothing from me.
This can't be happening. What is she doing here? That greatsword wreathed in black flame, silver white armor, fairy eating black dogs. It's Tamlin Gawain. Why is the Queen's right-hand woman here?
You. Good night.
Turn to ash! Holy cow.
If you refuse to take up your swords, then you aren't worthy to cross horns with me.
We've captured all the escaped humans, Lady Gawain. We'll soon have the rest of these thieves captured as well. It'll be easy. We have 3 fairies for every human.
No need for that. They're my quarry. I'll handle them myself.
Can't let this let her over. We gotta try talking. Gotta be optimistic. You know, maybe people seem to like these characters, so there's gotta be something.
So you have some backbone. Good. You're actually making me work up an appetite. Don't bother telling me who you are. I couldn't care less. The High Queen's told me all about you, boy. You must be the master from proper human history.
Oh boy.
Oh, spare me the surprise. The High Queen has told the Tamlin about the outside world you call proper human history. She also commanded us to capture you alive if the opportunity presented itself. Capture you, How unlike her. Listen well, you shameless intruders. Your uppity primates have a lot of nerve barging into Faerie Britain like you own it. Tell me, in your world is it considered courteous to welcome visitors from afar, right? Very well then, take up your swords and I'll give you all the welcome you want. I'm Gawain, Knight of the Fairy Round Table, sworn to protect Britain. Now with this name bestowed upon me by the High Queen, I shall destroy you without mercy.
I mean, you know... Yeah, definitely need Tristan here. Saber. And, you know... We gotta fight fire with water. Squirtoria. Oh boy. Fairy Gawain already. Tamlin Gawain. She seems fairly intense. Triple break bar. Lovely stuff. It's an endurance battle though. Hound sight. What was all that? So foul weather, resistance to all attacks, class affinity when attacking, change class, so attack will be the same as a berserker. Increase attack when enemy is defeated, target focus to a single enemy at the end of every turn. Oh shit. I have no idea how high this resistance is. But, yeah, we need to start going off on her yesterday. Okay, that was 5,000 points of damage from a basic cluster. And that NP did 53,000 points of damage. And it was boosted as well. Black Dog, what being strong means. That was a command seal. Okay, yeah, this just got serious. Buff block on. Or nullify buff. Nope, didn't work. Okay, who gets the better things? Debuff resist with overcharge. Restore MP gauge with overcharge, so we go doot. This just got serious. I'm using my seals. I hope they restore afterwards. Because I am very much of the belief that if you don't use them, you should lose them, but I didn't expect that to be put my money where my mouth is. Okay, please stop. It's my seals. Buster up and strong. You're removing my buffs. Shit.
it. Dude. And so Strong Eater, it looks like it's removing my buffs as well and putting defense down. Didn't get rid of my arch buffs if nothing else. That's good. But I'm about to lose my last seal here. Yep, there goes the last seal. And the damage is too high. Oh shit. Well, this is a terrifying fight, isn't it?
それはいつか来る兆しの星。誰に呼ばれるまでもなく、あなたは星をかざすでしょう。アラウンドカリバーン。ここで。
Numeral of the Saint. Oh gosh, how much longer is this gonna last? I don't know if I'm gonna survive much longer. I think the eater effect is gone, if nothing else, so that's something, but... I lose. I never thought I would have to use one of these. Use it. Use a ley line stone. I never ever thought I would have to use one, but I guess I do. Everybody, just start blasting. Take her down before she empties. Good gracious! Thank goodness for these ley line stones. Am I right? Never did I ever think I would have to use one. But the difficulty spike is real. This is Camelot and Gawain levels of violence. Except I'm restricting myself by only using one extra servant. Maybe I shouldn't be doing that challenge I saw on the FGO Reddit. But I like challenges. Oh. Okay, so I didn't need to go that far. Lovely. It's fine. It's fine. Please return my seals to me, though. Please? Da Vinci's down. Tristan and Castoria are down. Nope, not giving up. I will continue to fight. Keep my eyes open, come on. Stay with me, soul. Oh no, he's seriously drained. I don't know how she's doing it, but Timlin is somehow eating his command spells. I've never felt fear quite like this before. It's still completely pathetic, but there's something more to it. You there, that look, it's not fear or despair, it's that hatred. Good, you figured out that much at least. It's been a while, hasn't it? I could have gone my entire life without seeing you again and been happy. Oh well. You know her? I don't know you. I don't remember ever seeing a pipsqueak like you before. Are you some weed I stepped on or something? Either way, don't talk to me again until you've grown more. It's literally a pain in my neck looking down to talk to you. Not that a rip like you's likely to do much growing. Why, you... But enough talk, you intruders get no mercy from me. I have no more time to waste on you. Die now, humans and servants alike. Bowstring. Indeed. A bewitched, unbreakable bowstring I can wield however I wish, to be more specific. You'll never be able to get past it, no matter how strong you are. So it seems that one of the Wing Clan's threats was whether there's still any left. So what, you don't actually think you can defeat me with this, do you? Defeat you? No. Detain you? Yes. Da Vinci, Artoria, take Soul and get him out of this town. I'll hold Gawain here and ensure she doesn't come after you. You got it. Honestly, it's not going to be easy, but I'll make sure he makes it out of here no matter what. Come on, Soul. I'll carry you in my mechanical arms. Stand up, Artoria. I'd carry you too if I could, but I'm afraid I just can't. But what about you, Tristan? Don't worry about me. It would seem this is where I die. You're not serious, right? You can't just throw away your life like that. Besides, you're too injured to. It's alright. Besides, this isn't the first time I've faced down Sir Gawain like this. Besides, I've already thought of a trump card I can use against her. If it works, I should be able to catch up to you soon enough. That said, I'm afraid I can't use it with all of you here. Go, my king. Please hurry. You are still at the beginning of your journey. Okay, I'm ready. Come on, follow me. If you can't keep up, I'm gonna leave you behind. You got that, right? Let me guess, you've decided to sacrifice yourself to let your companions escape. Oh, come now, that should have gone without saying. You really are Sir Gawain. Your body is as strong and solid as rock, but then, so is your head. Tell me something. Are all servants like you? Pawns who are willing to throw their lives away for their master because they neither fear death, nor know what it is to truly live. I don't know that. I don't know that I'd put it that way. Even servants hope to avoid death. In fact, I'd say we fear death more than we did when we were alive. For we heroic spirits know all too well how miraculous it is to be summoned. We know that this opportunity will never come again. We know how rare it is to be granted dreams, even after death. Most of all, we know what dying feels like. We know how painful, how bitter, how sad it can be. You may think we can bear it because we've experienced it before, but you could be wrong. But you would be wrong. Death is something that living things can only bear once. To suffer the pain of my own death over and over, or to make others grieve my passing several times, is simply more than I can take. If I may confide, I'm hoping you'll let me escape with my life. Whether you live or die here is entirely up to you. The only one I'm meant to kill is your master. If you're willing to stand down and willing to let you go, I'd be ashamed to waste this impressive technique of yours. Even if your master were dead, you could still live a good life here in Faerie Britain. No, Tamlin Gawain, I could not. That is why I'm going to stop you. It is the least I can do to repay the debt I owe to the one who trusted in my knighthood, even when I was fighting against him in a moment of weakness. I know nothing of your life or your circumstances, and I confess I don't care a whit about your idea of justice. My only interest is in using this life of mine for the one I love, no matter what it takes. Oh. Oh, we got a scene. We got a cut. Oh. This is gonna be a freaking scream. This is gonna be a... Oh yeah, this is going to be one of the thumbnails for sure. You tie my whole body up with string? When did you do that? So what if you think a mere human can hold me down, you're... What is this? How is this even possible? How did you put these strings all over town without any magical energy? I never even saw you move your hands. Oh, a new pose for Tristan too! Oh, it's so tough to decide. But I gotta go with the epic scenes, even if Tristan looks awesome like this. Maybe I'll use... I'll try and use the sprite of Tristan for his thumbnail. And these strings rely on weight, not strength. The mass of this very town, the combination of human technology, is what holds you in place. Thanks to our earlier battle, I know very well how strong you are, and I know you cannot break these strings with brute force alone. I may no longer have the fingers on my right hand, but I still have my mouth. Hello, Critzy! Welcome to the stream. How be things? How be things? Now, otherworldly knight, prepare to face full force of my airstrike. What? You say it's lowly human technology that holds me in place? That doesn't. You deserve to die a miserable death after all, servant. I'm going to dash any hopes you had of this pathetic trick working. I did not. I'm waiting. Oh, we're actually getting a scene of this. I'm waiting to see, like, what all the hype is about servants. So far, Morgan just is a very strong-sounding servant, but everybody seems to like them for their personalities, so I want to see what their personalities are like here. That's barely worth mentioning. Behold my true form. Proper human history, how feeble you are. You are stunted, spineless. You don't know when to stop. You won't even stain my sword. Okay. Tamlin Gawain is strong as hell. She just deleted this town. Are you hurt, Lady Gawain? And what are we gonna do about the ranch? I mean, okay, so I said I want to see how they go. I'm gonna wait until, like, probably the last minute. If this first part of Lostbelt 6 goes on long enough. If I don't get enough story, I might roll for them anyways. Don't worry about it. I'll take the full responsibility when reporting to Her Majesty. Alright, bye, Kritzy. Have a good day. Hope you enjoyed. See you later. Now gather all of our fastest runners to go after that human and servant who managed to escape. You should be able to catch up to them much quicker than me right now. I'll join you afterwards. Don't worry, I'm not just saying it like that idiot knight did a moment ago. Once you catch up, surround and restrain them, but don't kill them until I get there. Yes, Lady Gawain. Consider it done. Will do, will do. Like I said, I'm gonna wait until either I get good story reasons to roll for them, or maybe until just before this banner vanishes. If they don't get another banner, that is. Because, I don't know, maybe some people are like me and they roll for more story-related purposes and they'll get another banner. I don't know. That hurt more than I expected. My whole body's still a little numb. I should have asked the man's name. He deserved that much before I killed him. Hold on, what was that whinny? Winnie? Winnie the Pooh? Winnie the Pooh is a servant! Gasp! What was that sound? Sorry, I'll explain later. Right now, we need to get away from the fairies chasing us. Can you stand? Can you run? Okay, I'm gonna put you down then. Now run for it. How on earth can fairies be so fast? They're almost on us, Da Vinci. Damn it, after Tristan managed to buy us some time. What can we do? There's nowhere to hide out. What's that sound? It's Winnie the Pooh! Coming to the rescue! Oh, good. I made it. I heard you guys were in trouble, so I figured, hey, Fairy King Oberon to the rescue. I'm also liking Oberon here. I am liking Oberon, and if he is going to be rollable, currently he is, he's worked his way in. He's on the roll table right now. Not super dedicated roll, but I'm going to throw some rolls his way. You guys know what carriages are like, right? Great, then get in. I'll catch you all up later. A carriage isn't a carriage. The kind only clan heads are allowed to use. The developers of this game really love red hair, don't they? That's right. Tools that exploit animals are prohibited by British law. But there are some fairies out there who voluntarily provide such labor themselves. My name is Redra Bit, the Fey Horse. I'm a Fang Clan fairy who's always been fascinated with carriage culture. Redra Bit. Wait, Redra Bit. Red rabbit, red hair. Good. They really love red hair, don't they? I usually serve Lady Aurora, but just this once I agreed to serve Lord Oberon as well. Something tells me this is fate at work, so why not sit back and see how great a character I can be? Red Rabbit. There's a whole lot I'd like to comment on here. But for now, I'll just say, great timing, Oberon. Come on, guys, get on. These soldiers will never catch us now. Clever of them. Do you know who that carriage belongs to? No, my lady. One of our soldiers used to build carriages, but he said he didn't recognize the design. He thinks one of the clans must have made it without the High Queen's permission. I'm so sorry we couldn't be of more help. No matter. Call the soldiers back. We're returning to Camelot. Are you sure, my lady? I don't have time to go around chasing after rats. No, scratch that. They're not even rats. Bright is the High Queen's garden, and no garden is entirely free of pests. I just let my temper get the better of me this time. Next time we meet, I'll grind them beneath my boot. Assuming I ever do meet them again, of course. I have someone much better at squashing bugs in any case.
Oh, you mean Fair Lancelot, the strongest Tamlin in all of Britain. She'll crush those bugs in no time, no matter where they try to hide. Or are you talking about Lady Lancelot in front of Lady Gawain, you idiot? Have you got a death wish?
Lady Lancelot.
Forgive me, Lady Gawain. I meant no disrespect. You are, of course, the strongest of the Tamlet.
It's alright, you're correct. She is the strongest, but watch your tongue next time. She's not the strongest of the Tamlin. She's the strongest creature in all of Faerie Britain. She isn't even the same category as us. Do remember that.
Yes, my lady. I'll never forget it again.
Good, now bring the captured humans here, so I can deal with them before we leave.
Please, you got it all wrong. This wasn't our fault. Those soldiers opened our doors without asking. I told them we didn't want to go. Please, don't kill me. I've never hoped for freedom again. I still have 10 years left. Doesn't that make me a valuable slave? Please, just spare me. Oh!
Oh. Know your place, dog. Any human who so much as thinks about running away is worthless. Even as a slave, this new form suits you much better. By the time I'm done breaking you in, maybe you'll be ready to rejoin your fellow human slaves. She turns humans to her spirit dogs. Scary. But that is a quartz, 3 scales of fantasy, 3 pure prisms, and 3 hellfires of wisdom. And that is section 3. No, it is not. There is still a fragment left to go, so we will do this fragment as part of section 3. And then I think it's going to be stream calling time. Only one section done today. These are monsters as far as length goes. So I'm going to be at this for quite a while. Rob, the older brother. This cart's even heavier than usual. Come on, let's just get rid of that weapon already. No buyer's going to want something that scary looking. Don't be ridiculous, bro. You're going to make Annie tear up again. Don't you remember how grateful she was when we agreed to bring that weapon along, too? I definitely remember how happy you were when she took your hand. What'd she say that was called back where she comes from again? A handshake? They've got everything under the sun in Norwich. I know they love their trends in Gloucester, but I've never heard of any customs like that before. If you're feeling tired, Rob, would you like me to take over? I can still pull a cart, even without my memories. No need. I can manage fine on my own. You just keep resting up, Agnes. We're almost to Gloucester, and I want everything to look its best. An amnesia girl and 3 stingy fairy peddlers named Wag, Rob, and Winky. Together, these strange bedfellows made their way further and further north from the nameless woods. The peddlers thought to sell the girl to a ranch along the way, but Rob, who hated woodwoes, the head of the Fang clan, would have nothing of it. He insisted that anyone so violent didn't deserve a beauty like Annie's, and that was the end of that. Way to go, big bro. Thank you, though you're not selling my Mashu. Oh wow, I can actually see it. I can see the sea off in the distance. What's it like there, Winky? That's Gloucester, Annis. Pretty nice, right? It's a special place even for Britain. It's an upper-class city run by the head of the Wing clan, Murian the Adored. That's about the trends. That's all about trends, brands, and joy. You can get anything you want there as long as you can pay for it. Lovers, slaves, fairies, humans, everything. Not that it's really my kind of place. All the fairies who settle down there are posers and trend followers. Most of the stuff there is just gold-plated hunks of dirt anyway. It's all shine, no substance. Really? But I thought you were really proud of your Gloucester knife. That's exactly because it's a fake. A real knife? That nice? I'd be too afraid of breaking it to actually use it. Now I see. That does sound just like you, Winky. You don't like Gloucester, Winky? Then why'd you pick this route? I'm scared of the Norwich Calamity too, but we still could have gone there instead. What are you, stupid? We can't use any eastern routes this time of year. The rainy season just ended, so the Drace's territory will be at the biggest right now. Well, I hear they still haven't fixed the Norwich Bridge yet, so Gloucester's our only choice. Though believe me, I'm not happy about having to bow and strip to that show-off Murian. You two really like this Murian person, don't you? Where'd you get that from? I just said I hated her, right? But you looked so kind when you were talking about her. I am almost a little jealous. Check it out, bro. Winky's so flustered he's coughing. Why so embarrassed, Wookie? You ashamed of the truth or something?
Shut up, it's not like that.
Anyway, did you guys hear about the big kerfuffle in Camelot? They say an assassin snuck in about 10 days ago to try to kill her High Queen Morgan.
Yeah, I did. I heard they fought through a ton of soldiers all alone and made it all the way to the throne room. From what I heard, not even Lady Gawain or Lady Tristan could stop them. But then Lady Lancelot flew in and beat the shit out of them, right? Apparently they had a badass mid-air battle, but ultimately the assassin got dropped in the pit.
Well, Lady Lancelot really is something else, isn't she? Gawain, Tristan, Lancelot. What's up, Annis? You're getting motion sick or something?
Hey, Rob, take it easy. The ride's too rocky for her.
No, it's not that. I just have a little headache. When I heard those names, my chest got a little tight. Can I ask what kind of people these fairies are?
Right, she might have known some of the Tamlin herself. Probably better if we don't say anything here then.
You mean you don't know, Annis? Those are the great Tamlin, the Knights of the Round Table. There's Gawain, the most feared Tamlin in all of Britain. Tristan, the most hated Tamlin in all of Britain. And Lancelot, the most beautiful Tamlin in all of Britain. We couldn't do business without those three taking care of the moors for us. Well, not that Tristan ever does much to keep us safe. Hell, I'm more scared of her than I am of the moors. That's why I never go to New Darlington if I can help it. Wag the younger brother smiled innocently, all while Rob and Winky were afraid he might jog Annis's memory. Then all of a sudden...
Black dogs! This is all your fault, Wag, you idiot. These things wouldn't be here if you hadn't talked about Tristan. Just leave the cart and run for it before they eat us alive. You two, Annis, get away from them. I'll hold them off as long as I...
Ah! I don't know why you're attacking us, but I'm not going to let you hurt anyone. You want to pick on somebody? Pick on me. Go, Mashu! Fight the doggos! Oh, cutscene fight!
Good AoE attack!
Kicking ass here! Go Mash! Thank goodness my body just moved on its own, but it looks like everything worked out. Is everyone alright?
The girl stuck her shield in the ground with a resounding thud and turned to face the fairies. She was greeted with a stunned stares from all three, and who could blame them? They had never seen such a graceful knight before.
That was amazing. I can't believe you sent all those black dogs packing by yourself.
Black dogs are some of the most despised creatures in all of Faerie Britain, drawn to the putrid smell of death and decay. They are of the Unseelie Court, evil fairies unaffiliated with any of the 6 clans. They can come and go on a moment's notice, and only species of fairies in Britain feeds on their own kind. Wait, hang on, how can she be this strong? Maybe she's the child of prophecy.
Oh, come on, Rob, there's no way that's...
How else do you explain it? She's got an iron shield, iron armor. You saw for yourself how strong she is. She's gotta be at least as strong as the Tamlin. If this ain't special, then nothing is.
Yeah, you gotta be the child of prophecy, Annis. You just saved our lives and everything. The child of prophecy? Me? Don't worry, I'll tell you all about it. The child of prophecy is gonna defeat the queen and save all of Britain. She's the savior we've all been waiting for a long, long time. She's gonna save all the fairies. Rob the greedy older brother and Wag the innocent younger brother began excitedly telling the girl about the Mere clan's prophecy. One did so with calculated intention, the other because he truly believed it. But when the amnesiac girl saw them so happy, she thought whatever they were talking about must be a good thing. And inadvertently began to believe it herself. Idiots, you're just gonna regret this. Even lies have a way of coming true. If the rest of the world starts to believe Annis is the child of prophecy, that's it. We're done for. It'll only be a matter of time until someone even greedier than us takes her away. So Mash is the child of prophecy as well. Well, makes sense. Mash is very special. Good gracious, Act 4 is so long! I'm not going to be able to get that done tonight. No way, no how. So, I guess this is going to be where I call tonight's stream. We got Act 3, Section 3, whatever you want to call it, done. One section in 2 hours. This is going to be a long time going. But it's still fun. I'm enjoying myself, and I can't wait to see more. So, We will pick this up tomorrow, a little bit earlier than today, but we will be doing it tomorrow, and we will continue moving forwards. For now, though, I have been Soulrack Dragon. I hope you've enjoyed today's stream. If you have, leave me some feedback in whichever way you so see fit. If you want to check out more by me, be sure to check out my channel here on Twitch or YouTube. Same name, same game. There is plenty of content for you all to enjoy. If you're watching this on YouTube, just be sure to tune in, because the next episode of this will be going up on the next day. I'm not sure when these are going to be going up exactly, but eventually they will. Once again, thank you all so much for coming out. Hope you enjoyed. Have a fantastic evening, everybody.